We must acknowledge that we are here today on the behalf of the Mississauga of the Credit First Nation. I want to start by saying our school, Morningstar Middle School, is located on Treaty 13A. I believe it is so important to recognize and broaden our understanding of the treaty relationships because many people are so unaware and uneducated that we are in a treaty relationship. That we are, in fact, treaty people. It's important to understand where its name came from. This creek got its name from the community of Mimico, which is the Ojibwe word O Mimica, which means a button with the wild pigeons. This creek begins in Brampton, then flows all the way through the community of Moulton. This creek leads all the way to the Humber River.
Ever since the dawn of humankind, and even before, all living organisms had the need for one important resource: water. From bitsy bacteria all the way to huge horses, every living thing requires water and cannot survive without it. But that begs one very important question. Why is one of the most, if not the most, important materials in the world being wasted?
The Mimico Creek headwater starts in Brampton, surrounded by multiple factories and warehouses, contributing to toxic chemicals being illegally dumped into the creek. The creek continues into the Moulton region, where it flows throughout residential and commercial areas, which are high spots for littering the creek with plastic and paper, as well as other materials. By the time the creek is emptied into the Lake Ontario, it has been severely impaired by commercial, residential, and industrial waste. During our creek study, we not only found a lot of BMIs, benthic macroinvertebrates, but we also found a lot of plastic pollution around and in the Mimico Creek. Urbanization refers to making an area more populated with more commercial, industrial, and residential spaces. This would include the building of more homes, which leads to more plastic pollution and carbon emissions. Over time, it affects the health of surrounding bodies of water and the biodiversity within and around it.
Black-eyed Susan goes out of existence. After the native plants die, then the invasive species take over and consume. This ruins the food chain and it ruins biodiversity in the ecosystem.
The native animals of Mississauga have suffered through humanity's garbage for a long time. We focus so much on our own needs and ease of work that we forget that there is life all around us. To make sure the students got the best experience possible during the event, we prepared in advance templates for different workshops, we discussed souvenir ideas for the students to remember the point of our event, and we worked with fellow community partners to talk about how they could educate these students about the part they play in helping their community. On the day of the event, we made sure that each student was accounted for and thoroughly enjoyed the station they were assigned to. We did our best to be interactive, and understanding that their attention span was small, we had all our materials out before they came and were quick to start the station soon after. The seedwell station was designed to get children to plant more native species such as wildflowers as opposed to imported plants. It uses less water and is sustainably focused to grow more plants with less resources and in less time, setting us on track for a creek free from human impacts and impairment.
Hi, my name is Shafik Said, and today I'll be interviewing and asking the kids of Lancaster Public School questions regarding water health in Mimico Creek. Why should we care about our oceans, rivers, creeks, and other bodies of water?
We should care about them because they provide us with all the water we need to live.
What about you?
You need water to live, so if you pollute it or like throw trash in it, then when you need the water, then you won't have any and you'll just die.
What should we be doing about the creek?
And I think there should be more people cleaning up the garbage.
Or like if you see garbage in the pond, just like pick it up and throw it in the trash.
Don't throw garbage in water. And
So, do you guys have any special connections with the water?
Drink water like basically a daily basis.
I went swimming like every 2 weeks.
We learned a lot for our documentary through the creek study we participated in during the past winter. We learned how the type of BMIs, or benthic macroinvertebrates, can tell us how salty or turbid the water is. And those creatures had a lot to say about their tolerance to the water and the overall quality. During our studies, we found only the tolerant BMIs were Mimico Creek, showing that Mimico Creek was heavily polluted.
Coming to the end of our documentary, there's one main point that needs to be taken away from all this, and that is that we need to help turn our tides. We need to help change our habits and help clean the oceans. By doing our part, little by little, we can help save the planet. Now, the only question that remains is that, are you with me?